Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Chuck Diesel. We live right across the street from the train station. We get down, man. Tuesday, we got some legends in town. Lucerna, yes, the light. It's gonna be on fire. So the brothers just came down from Poland. They're giving me a little bit of their time, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, man.
The group is called the Pharcyde, and like I was just talking with the brother. It's important for people to introduce themselves because, as we see and know, there's a lot of things on the internet, and it's not always the origin story. So please introduce yourselves and let us know who exactly you are.
Praha, what's happening? Live from your place is the Pharcyde from Los Angeles, California. My name is Imani.
And I'm Slimkid. Slimkid3.
Yeah.
So with that being said, because like I was saying, and I won't even lie, you know, it's like I know a lot about y'all, but I still went to the wiki. And like you said, like you told me, it says that y'all met in South Central California in 1989.
False.
So please, then let us, reintroduce yourselves. Let them know what this.
I known Trey since '89, but the group wasn't formed until like '91. We actually was a group in '90, and we were a dance group, and we was making demos and stuff. But Fatlip was a solo MC. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We were a group called 2 for 2 Dancer, and then
he was Jammer D.
Right, and then it just morphed, hanging out, and one thing led to another, and then we ended up being the Pharcyde, and the rest is history. And that's pretty much it. So 91 would really be late 90, early 91 is like when the group actually formed, I would think. So whenever I see 89 in South Central, I'm like, come on, man, you got to update that. I met Trey in 89.
Yeah, I went to his high school graduation with, I was in college. I went to El Camino College in Torrance.
Okay, for sure. So people, for me, they are stained in my brain. Because, as I was saying, this would be my 4th installment of the Pharcyde, and it's funny. It's the only time I've seen them. So it starts back for me in 1995.
It's 1995.
Chicago, Park West, North Side. Man, people, it's. I think the lineup opening was Goody Mob.
Oh man.
Then we got the Pharcyde, and then the Roots.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. And people, man. So, man, it was the South back then. I won't even lie. We were hating on Goody Mob. I was out in the car drinking. I was waiting for these cats to come on. I didn't know.
You was hating on fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and collard greens too big for my jeans? What?
Man.
Oh my God.
I love Goody Mob.
I'm loving that.
We were ignorant back then, we were getting, we had to smoke and drink a little bit more. So, these cats rocked the show so hard, we were afraid for the Roots because we had never seen the Roots before.
Yeah.
And for y'all with the b-boy energy, y'all had us going, and for y'all were a headliner. So for us, we're not used to headliners going on before another headliner, and just a whole different
that's right. It was the double headliner.
We were in the crowd, literally, what the fuck is the Roots gonna do to top that? And then Bud people, this was back in 95. So the Roots, this is when Black Thought was doing the history of hip hop. Mm-hmm. He was breaking it down, and they had Scratch.
Yep, they had Scratch
on tour. So with Hub, it's just, I'm a Roots fan. So
we're Roots fans. I already know what's up there.
So it was just for me, this is y'all in my brain forever. This is one of the. So I'm 21, it was like.
I think that show showed that it's enough room for everybody because the Roots did what they did, and we did what we did, and it was enough room for everybody. And we did our thing. They came up there and they got busy, did their thing, and they still getting busy doing their thing. Shout out to the Roots, Questlove, Black Thought, and everybody up there.
It's funny how long we used to tour with them.
Really?
I mean, we used to tour with them a lot.
I mean, we're we came out around the same time. So we came out little right before them, and then every show we were both coming up at the same time.
A lot of shows together.
And it's amazing how the community is big, but it's small. So I'm blessed out here since I'm the Cherno. That's black and check. I'm the Cherno guy.
Cherno.
I've been in this industry since the 90s. So for the independent, when they get you guys in, they want you guys to do an interview with me because it's a little more,
for sure,
dare I say, real.
Okay,
dare I say real. And I've just been, damn, you know, over the years of what y'all been doing, it's just, what? Oh no, okay, sorry. I saw
1995, you saw the original lineup.
No.
You said you saw the
Arrested Development.
Oh man.
Speech. I saw Speech 6 months ago, and he was the one who told me that you guys were coming back together.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I was just like, it's just interesting, you know, just chopping the shit, just of how these stories and everybody's little web is intertangled.
Yeah.
So, what was the core? What was the core reason of like y'all coming back together to tour? Was it for the album or just y'all felt it was time?
There was no album. There was nothing.
There was
No,
nothing.
I'm just saying like.
No, I'm saying it was nothing was happening. Like you said, you saw the four.
He definitely has a story.
You saw the four in 1995, the original lineup. Then you said you saw me and Brown. Then you said you saw Fatlip and Trey with Swift
and Jay Swift and K-Nat.
So that's part of the lure and the story of the Pharcyde, like these lineups. And which one did you see? And it got to the point where it was two Pharcydes happening, and it was plateauing. It was hitting the ceiling, and it didn't feel good. You would go to places, where's Trey? They'd go places, where's Imani? You guys need to get together. And then we're seeing our comrades in hip hop, the De La Souls. Man, y'all need to get it together, right? Talking to Questlove. Man, y'all need to get it together, right? And literally, it got to the point where it's like, they're right. And ego, right? Time, age, everything was like, let's move all that out the way, right? And it just came to the point where I just was like, man, I miss my brothers. I feel that we left. This is how I always make it out. We created a whole universe and we abandoned it, right? And after we created this universe, some people came, but no one could fill the void. Like, we created something, and only one that can like do it right was the creators,
the original,
and
the recipe.
I hadn't talked to these dudes. I didn't know if they would have me, but I was missing them, and we were having a certain amount of success doing the things we were doing. It wasn't like I was broke or something like that. Like, oh, I need some money. Not at all. Okay. I was like, I know their kids. I mean, I know Fatlip's kids, right? And I'm a big, Imani. I'm Uncle Imani. I love the kids, and I'm thinking bigger than my problems with Fatlip or his problems with Romai or Fatlip and Trey. Whatever it is, it was bigger than that. And I just had an epiphany, and I just started reaching out to my brothers like, I don't even want to make no music. I want y'all to love. I love y'all. I need y'all to trust me, and then let's see where that goes. And it wasn't we didn't rush nothing. I was like, we've been away for so long. I just wanted to get to know them again, see what they do. So it kind of, just to make it real short, they had a show, and I was talking to my wife, and I was like, I'm going to their show. She was like, what you about to do? You got a problem? I'm like, nah, I'm going to check them out because it's about that. It's something,
it's about time. That time to come.
And I went and seen them, and they was the last people to see me out there. And I saw all kind of people in the audience, like people like, oh, what's Imani here? What's going on? And they thought, they know what? And I went to their room, to the dressing room, and I just gave them props, like, yo, I'm here, man. Have a good show. And it was just weird. And then from there, I didn't want it to be weird. So I started talking to Trey, asking him how he's doing, what's going on, catching up on the music they doing, letting people know I ain't got no problems. I love niggas. Reached out to Fatlip. Actually, the Fatlip was who I saw first physically on our own terms. We have a mutual friend from the Wascals. We had a little group called the Wascals. His name is Kamal, and he would always come to my crib and he would talk to Fatlip, and he would always be trying to like make it happen, and it was not natural. And it's like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And then one day, Fatlip ended up on my phone. I think Kamal called him, and it was FaceTime, and it was literally, the conversation went, "What's up?" And I said, "What's up?" He said, "What's up?" I said, "What's up?" I can meet you in front of Hollywood Sound. Hollywood Sound is where we recorded Bizarre Ride. Okay. I said, I can meet you there in 15 minutes. He said, bet, I'll be there. And I was like, what's about to happen? We about to fight? We about to hug? I don't know what's about to happen, but I need to see him. And it felt like I was floating. And I don't even know how I got there. It seemed like I just materialized. And we seen each other, we hugged it out, we talked. And he wanted to make music instantly and make money. And I'm like, you don't know me, Holmes. I've been away from you for 10 years. I've been away from you longer than we've been together. And from that point, we just started building a brotherhood, building a relationship, trying to figure out where this is going to go. And I have a cousin named Sisway, Spirit of Nation. Go to my IG and check him out. Spirit of Nation. He's a good dude. And
he's incredible.
He does music for another reason. He does music to build communities and to build young men. And he has a mentorship. And so basically he had a vision of bringing us together under his mentorship. Okay. And he wanted to like make music. And I make music with him all the time. And he wanted to do a Pharcyde thing. And he's like, he reached out, he has a relationship with each of us. It's not like going through me. He's my cousin, but he knows Fatlip.
He'll reach out to us. Yeah.
So you can take it from there.
Oh no,
with the red. No, start from the red tape, and then after the red tape, I'll go into after the red tape.
Well, I want to start before the red tape.
Go ahead.
When he gave me a call at the house, and I'm just chilling at the house, and picked up the phone, and we just started talking and shit. And it's just like, man, first off, I just want to apologize for any wrongdoing I may have done. You know what I mean? Because that's real shit, and that's my homie. Fuck all the Pharcyde shit. That's my nigga. You know what I mean? It's like, and so whatever wrong that I did in our friendship, I wanted that Band-Aid there. You know what I mean? So once we got there, and it was like, yeah, we're not gonna rush into no shit. We're not talking about music. We just like chilling. And I was like, bet. You know what I mean? And so
built the relationship.
Everything's built slow, and then fast forward to Sway. So Sway is like, hey Trey, he's like, what you doing? I'm gonna need you to get on this song, the song with Imani. I got Imani. I talked to Lip and this, that, and the other. And so I think we flew down to Oakland and went into his studio first before we got any music happening. He has this museum called Sankofa? Mm-hmm. And he walked me through Sankofa, man. And that fucking changed my life. and I ain't even bullshitting with you.
It's real heavy ancestor worship.
It's the way that every
appreciation.
Museum was set up. Okay. And he's a real dude. He's like
he didn't want nothing from us.
What you get, right? So he pulled us together, man. And it's like I feel like the ancestors was with us. All the energies of the Pharcyde, the goddess of the Pharcyde. Always seemed to take care of us separately, but this time she's bringing us together, and we didn't know how this was going to happen and it would work or whatever, and we came together, and I say the rest is kind of history, man. But it was organic, just like Imani said it should be. It was nothing forced. It to me, it was like I felt like it was like the ancestors did this to us. We were very authentic with our words and what we were writing and the vibe, and it was just that. We didn't know how much further this would have gone or not, right? But the effort that we put into it was, 1,000%, and it was once again it was organic, and I felt that shit.
So basically, Sisway was 13 when he started coming by the Pharcyde Manor. Remember, I don't know if you guys know about this legendary spot, but that was our spot. And I brought my cousin there. He started smoking weed. He was a kid. He was just, mind was blown back. Freestyle Fellowship was there. Pharcyde was there. Mm-hmm. Corrupt was there. Niggas from New York was there. Our house was always open. It was just like a hip hop place, factory. And he never forgot that we raised him. So when he became a person getting grants, after he went to Howard, you feel me? He was really educated. And our family is like culture. Everybody plays instruments and shit like that. And so his whole thing was, we want to make it organic and real. And we had been recording hella shit. So he knew a different side of me that they didn't know. I've been rapping like crazy, right? And he was like, nah, man, you need to do what you've been doing, but we need to get the brothers. And so we did this tape. And the tape was just a calling card to see if we could rap together. Because I couldn't visualize. That's what happened. For me to do stuff, I have to visualize it. And for a long time, I couldn't visualize being in the studio with them because we've been so disconnected. Mm-hmm. And so that was the first sign to say, oh, shit, we could do this. Oh, this is what we do. Yeah. And basically, it was like, that's why that if you get the tape, it's called Imani, Fatlip, and Slimkid3. That's the name of the tape. Mm-hmm. And it's just us rapping. Like really just rapping, because it was like, can we still rap? Do we want to rap? Do we want to rap together? And it just lit something up under us. Mm-hmm. And then from that, it was like literally, I'm like, we got to get the band back. So I've been working with Romine. He was hell bent on not. He's like, he felt like dealing with Fatlip and Trey was going backwards for some reason. He started working with the Gorillas, and his whole palette of how you do it kind of changed. And this was nothing he wanted to be involved in. I was here. I was here for this, right? I was here for this. I wanted to see it through. So I'm like, we got to get the band back together, right? Who's gonna be the DJ? Who's gonna help steer the ship? Suave was there from day one. He knew all the personalities. He knew the intricacies of everything.
He was the best man.
We
for the,
went to
for the job.
Me and Fatlip went to Suave and said, we need you. Because it's not going to work, like trying to break in some new people. And so he was like...
It'll be out of control.
So we got with him, got a game plan. He was like, yo, he was doing something different at the time. But he was like... if I give up this thing that I'm doing now, it has to be something that's worth it. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, we got to make it work. We all came together, like, let's make it worth it. And then what I started realizing is like when you do things right, the universe rewards you.
Yep.
You have to find what your thing is, and when you do it and you answer your call, the universe responds. And literally, we've been blessed since that day. And no bullshit. Like, it's nonstop leveling up.
No, I'm happy.
Nonstop leveling up, like literally.
I'm happy that it's all come back full circle. You know, positive energy and so forth. What let's see. Y'all dropped there was a new project that's dropped at the start of May. Tell me about that.
Timeless. It's the EP that we put together, and it was another blessing from the universe. This company called 88 Rising reached out. Well, they didn't reach out. They were doing stuff with the Souls of Mischief. They was doing stuff. They came up on the radar, and Suave connected some dots, and we connected some dots, and they was like, "Yo, it started off as one thing. It turned into something else." And then before you knew it, we were in the studio recording with Rottweiler, right? Picking
Sam,
on the phone with like,
Sam, was that your connect?
Hit Boy, and all these people were so excited to know that the Pharcyde was like actually recording music again. And so basically we was like, who we want to work with. And so he had a relationship with Rick Rock. We love Rick Rock. Rick Rock's West Coast. We need real, and then we usually would have one producer oversee everything. But it's been a while, so it's like we don't even know what's happening. Let's get with a couple of producers.
Right, so we can figure the sound out. What's the sound, like you just can't just throw shit at the wall.
So each song.
That's kind of the normal.
And it seems like that. But
no, I don't know what I don't know what the normal.
But you understand to a certain degree.
Well, I don't like to generalize when I say today, because people say it's always some whack shit going on. There's always some dope shit going on. You gotta do your due diligence and find the dope shit. It's a dope shit never stops, right? JPEG Mafia.
I think the cool thing about all of this,
I can name shit.
I think the cool thing about all of this is like how the different rivers came into this one space, right? With the Rick Rocks and everybody, because we were working with other producers as well. Computer J, Power Mix, and Imani.
They're not ready yet, but we're getting them ready, and that's gonna be the next go round.
And the thing too about them, it's like, shit, that's relative, because I think they are. I think they are ready because we are seasoned producers. So like, if we're all manning this ship, like once you get the mixes done and all of that stuff, it will become this vibe. And what I did like because we're not done, we're continually recording and stuff like that, right?
I hope so.
Right. But it's just like what I enjoy about where we've been with these different producers is immersed in a sound. Computer J is different than Amiri, which is different from Power Mix. But once we were immersed in each one of these areas, it's some really juicy stuff that I can't wait for people to hear, right? But working with, Crisis and motherfucking
Siege Monstrosity,
and
Rottweiler,
and all these guys. Rick Rock.
Showing love across the country.
Exactly.
But the thing is, to step into their arena is like, it's just so much oomph and bounce and bang and just, it's a different thing. And shout out to Fuzzy Fantabulous for being.
He helped A&R the project.
He A&R the project. He's like the MVP.
And he's part of the team from the beginning. Yeah. Like we have Fuzzy, Big Boy, Suave, and then Mark Love, M Walk, those are the DJs, and they're all back in the mix. It's just not the time yet. But like you were saying, like making more music. We're making more music, but music is so disposable now. People don't really like take the time to like deep dive into it. Back in the day, we was just having a conversation. You would get the CD or the tape, you would open it up, see all the shout outs, see all the producers, see what they sampled, and you would listen to it like an experience.
People lost the album cover, they'd buy another CD pack.
Exactly.
So,
right.
To have that page.
Yeah.
So we're not in a rush to like put out a whole bunch of music. We want you to chew. Like y'all don't even know about the red tape. Imani, Fatlip, and Slimkid. Go find the tape.
And how do they find that one?
Well, the easiest way to find that tape is to go onto Apple Music, put in "Spear of the Nation," and it'll come up. And then when you put in "Spear of the Nation," it'll have all the discography, and it says Imani, Fatlip, and Slimkid3.
And I think, and I truly think that's a record for folks to dive into for sure. You know what I mean? Because these are moments. These are like, it's like the Yellow Brick Road. You see the first beginnings of the Yellow Brick Road, and then there's this whole shit that take you to,
And then you have Timeless, and if you want to find Timeless, you go to Spotify, you go to Apple Music, you put in 1999, Write the Future, because that's the company, they did Rising.
Yeah.
But the title of the situation that we're connected to is 1999, Write, W-R-I-T-E, Write the Future. And that's like, they have like, Souls of Mischief also have a part of the Write the Future. Dale the Funky Homo Sapien. They have other artists, Ghostface Killer, a gang of people that are a part of this Write the Future, right? And it's kind of dope because it's a play on words. We're writing the future, you feel me? But Timeless.
I already got it. Timeless and Fabulous is gonna be played on the Music Tuesday. So people, I got y'all.
And we feel honored to be here. Like it really feels
For
honored
sure.
that people like care still. Like when you go out there, people are like. Pharcyde is now multi-generational. So you got like people bringing their 14-year-old kids and 16-year-old kids to the shows.
Yeah.
And I get caught up like heart.
It's
like
crazy
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
The
It's like
multi-generational.
Come on, like I was just saying from '95, that's ingrained in my brain. That was just like as a shorty, it was just like just so many aspects. I got to see y'all for the first time. I got to see the Roots for the first time, and it was like, and then I feel like an idiot now that I didn't get to see Goody Mob, So it's just like it's just crazy. But now that's the whole thing.
Well, Goody Mob is doing their finale tour right now. Their tour that they're on right now is their farewell tour. So if you get a chance to see them, you should go
check them out.
This is why we talk to people.
CeeLo has one of the greatest voices in hip hop ever.
Yep, ever.
And now when I say voice, it's not the way he sounds, what he speaks of and his position that he takes.
Okay,
that part too.
That
part too.
So overall, y'all gave. Is there any other information for personal for you guys?
Right now, the FarcydeLives.com is a space where folks can go and get merch or check out new music or what have you. I want everybody on all of our social medias
YouTube
to follow at the Pharcyde Lives. YouTube for sure, because we're going to do a lot of things on our YouTube page with the Pharcyde Lives. You know what I mean? So
and people,
making sure everybody knows.
Definitely, this is a video, but for the audio, this is going on tomorrow's show. So if you don't know, the reason why they're in town is because at Lucerna tomorrow, 8 o'clock, the Light. They're going to be rocking it.
Yeah, we're going to be rocking it with our DJ Trebus. You feel me? Straight out of Hamburg, Germany. Y'all don't even know. Y'all better get y'all. Hey, y'all got to get ready.
Yes.
For sure. So with that being said, people, man, it's a blessing. And it's like, I so appreciate I got to, right now it's like, I don't have to,
good circle,
I might have to get on Wiki and change a little bit, but you heard it first here. Chuck Diesel, The Ride, you know what I do. New Music Tuesdays. Peace, people.
Bam.
Yeah.
You're listening to my daddy Chuck Diesel on Color Radio.